I think this is working. I think. Having issues with my mouse. It seems to be working now. We haven't been here in a few months in this studio. Hey, everyone. What's happening? What's happening? Let me just get all set up here. I got to set up where I can see everything. Let's see. Hang on one sec. This is what happens when I haven't been live in the studio for 3 months. You get these little things that happen. Just give me one moment, please. Almost there. Almost there. I think we're good. One more moment here. One more moment. Okay, I now can see the Twitch chat. That's something. Okay, I now can see the Twitch chat. That's something. Okay, I now can see the Twitch chat. Wait, why am I hearing? I don't want to be hearing it. Okay, better. There we go. There we go. Hey, everyone. Okay, I can see some of the comments now. I can see some of the comments now. I see Bob Friendly and Peppy Willie. Kostav, Holistic, Ben D, My Mind Spray. Now, why isn't that working? Whoa, 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 whoa. Gotta do one more thing. Why isn't this working? There's one thing which is not working. Try this one more time. Now let's try. Let's see if that works. Should be working. Thanks to Guy Fox for being here. Pat W, Kate S, Spirit of Morning, Gas on the Brain. Oh, there we go. That's better. That's better. Much better. Emilian, Waltham, Callie Voltaire. Callie Voltaire is making an appearance. Aaron Weirdo, Chemo, Fox and Socks, Cole Kelleher, John H. Jezer Darlene. Raven is modding. K is modding. J, A, and P is modding. Thank you. Aaron McCune is here. Gossamer. Chris Wright. Thanks for being a member, Chris. Thank you. Oh, thanks to Dewey. Thanks, Dewey. That's really nice of you. I didn't even do anything yet, Dewey. Thanks, Dewey. Hey, Lithrone. Linda Gordon is here. Oh, I forgot to bring something down here. I'm going to have to go get something. Annette Cervantes is here. Melissa Banks is here. Not Your Mama's Resin. Angelina Knox, Farm Wife. Aaron, thanks for being a member. I'm going to have to go grab something. There's something I forgot to bring in here. So if you give me a second, I'm going to go grab it. Should take a second. Do I even have that thing here? All right, give me about 1 minute. Do I have my text here? Text. Steve will be back in a minute. Hold on, I'm coming right back. Wait 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Hello, David Claremont, and my name is Renee. And this computer is acting weird. I just haven't been on it in a while. Why does it keep doing this? Why does it keep doing this? What's happening with this? It's annoying. Annie Cush is here. Planes were cool. Mila Bakes. Hello, Tater Mong. Well, I'll have to just make do. Can't restart the computer now. Just the mouse once in a while acts weird. Who knows? Who knows? Well, we're making do. Hey, thanks for being a member. I am Charlie. It's Steve Westbrook. Spirit of Morning is here. Simp Nasty is here. All right, let's get underway. Let's get underway. Dancing in the Sand is here. Sarah is here. Sarah's modding. Thank you, Sarah. Sticker Reds is here. All right, so we haven't done a stream on this channel. Well, in this studio, we haven't done a stream forever. It's been the last time we did a stream in the studio was I'm looking. July 21st. July 21st was the last stream in the studio. Hey, Polly is here. Hi, Polly. Oh, thanks to Jenny Lassiter for the memberships. Thanks, Jenny. I appreciate that. Thanks, Telescope Builder, for being a member. Yeah, July 21st was the last stream in here. before my trip. Yeah, I want to catch up on a couple of the trip things. There's so much stuff from the trips I haven't even shown. Yeah, I almost caught up on all the packages before that. Yeah, I think maybe back then is when I caught up on the packages. Hey, Kenro. Hey, Title B, is it? Oh, is Sonic here? Wow. Amazing. Lisa Sawyer, Boomslayer. It's been very busy. A lot of news. Josh Tompkins. Hey, Josh. Annette Cervantes, Laura in Detroit, Linda Hoffey, Mila Bakes. Christian Deweese, Tom Mix. Yeah, it's just been super busy. Hey, Ray. So I figured we'd do a stream tonight, and I think I'm going to catch up a little on just a little of the travel stuff that we haven't gotten to talk about. There's a lot. I'm not going to get through it all. Hey, it's Maisie Humphrey. Hey, Maisie. All right, to start, speaking of travel, don't send me anything. Don't send me any packages right now. I can't deal with them. I still have a couple here. But I do have, I think it was CAC813 messaged me and said, hey, I sent you something, even though people aren't really sending you anything. Or you're not supposed to. And CAC, I think, sent me something. CAC said it was had to do with photos of some sort. So it's something from Shutterfly. I think it's like photos in like a frame or something. So I'm going to open it up. I think it's some sort. I think it might be like. I think it might be travel photos in a frame. Is that what it is? We'll find out. But it's the one thing I'm going to open. All right. So here are the photos. Oh, this is what it was. So I did a stream. Hey, thanks, Jiggle Jess. That's so nice of you, Jiggle Jess. Thank you. I did a stream when I was in a few weeks ago when I was in Madrid. I did a stream from Retiro Park, where we went to the rose garden there and saw all these roses. And also I went to the botanical garden. So I think what this is. I think CAC took screenshots and put a bunch of the screenshots from my live stream, my from the botanical garden in the Retiro Park. Took 5 different screenshots and made a collage out of it. And then I think like CAC sent me a frame or something. So don't send me anything else. There's too much here. But this is neat. I'm going to open this up. This is a frame. Oh, so the picture goes in the frame. Well, that's nice. Lovely. So we'll put it up. Hold on. I need to get it open. Since we're talking about the travel stuff, it's on topic. So it's a lovely frame here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I need to just take this out. Then I got to put the photo in. Should be pretty straightforward. Uh-oh. So put the photo in. The photo is in from Shutterfly. Might have to cut the photo a little bit. I'll just fit it in there. It's going to fit. We'll fit it in. Then I'll put this on the back. I'll put the back on. And then I will lock the back in. There you go. We did it. It's done. There it is. There are the frame screenshots from my streams in Madrid. Isn't that nice? So it'll be we can put it in the back of me as an appropriate as a stream appropriate thing. It's stream appropriate. It's lovely. I don't even know if CAC is here. But yeah, nice spot for it, so. Oh, CAC is here. Thank you, CAC. It's nice. It's lovely. And then again, we're going to be talking about some of the travel stuff anyway. Thanks, CAC. I'm glad CAC made it. See, I got to it eventually. That was really nice of you. So we'll make sure I got everything out of here. I think I do. All right, good. Okay. Hey, Vanessa is here. Let's see. Someone said, where are you going next? I don't have a plan next. I'll go somewhere or other, but it's just, it's been so busy since I got back. I'm not even thinking of going anywhere. There's a bunch of stuff I need to do around here, so eventually I'll go somewhere else. I can't even think about it yet. Too busy doing everything else. I hope you guys are all good. Am I making a pie for Thanksgiving? I don't even know if I'm doing that. Trying to go one day at a time. It's been really busy. Let's see here. Wendy Cookie WM is here. Bellum 128. Congler. Cece is here. Peppy Willie. Hey, Marzell is here. I love my air fryer. Girl Rush fan. Go see a Rush show. One of my friends is going to do that. Tickets are selling for a lot on their new tour with their new drummer, and they're going to do a tribute to Neil, the original drummer who very sadly passed away. Hey, Ancient Alien. Hello, Nika T. All right, so the first thing I think we're going to do, is I want to try to catch up on some. I'm so behind. I'm so behind on showing you stuff. I didn't even get to really show you stuff from Lima, Peru. I went to Lima, Peru in April, and there's all this stuff I didn't show you from Lima, Peru. It's crazy. But there's one thing I want to show you a little bit of this. And then we can finish it maybe on a different stream. But Lima, I went to this restaurant, and it was fascinating. Oh, thanks to AZ Intel's dad. Hey, AZ Intel's dad, thank you. That's really nice of you. Also, MaFlorida22 is subscribed on Twitch. Thank you. No, I didn't go to Machu Picchu. That's a whole other trip, basically. So I didn't do that. David Claremont saw Rush 4 times. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to. The problem with it, so the way the camera is, it's focused on me and not back there. So it's just not going to be, nothing back there is going to be that clear just because of the way the camera, it's actually, the camera is focusing on me. So anything that distance is going to be a bit blurry. I'm sorry. So I want to spend a couple minutes first talking about this thing I never had a chance to talk about. And we've been so busy. Hey, thanks, Evil Con Carne. Thanks, Evil Con Carne. So when I was in Lima, Peru, we're going back two trips. When I was in Lima, Peru, Lima has great food, fantastic. But I mean, they have all kinds of great food. You know, it's like cheap, inexpensive, really good food. But they're also known for having these really like good fancy restaurants. And one of our viewers, I don't know if the viewer wants me to say, so I'm going to not say for now. And then if the viewer says it's okay to say, I'll say. One of the viewers basically said, I want you to go to one of these super fancy places that's really good, and I will pay for you to go. Just go and have the experience. And the plan was that I would go and take a bunch of pictures, and I'll talk about it on this channel. But it's been so busy, I never got a chance to talk about it. It's insane. So I at least wanted to start talking about it a little bit tonight and show you some of what that was about. And then eventually, if the person says I can say their name, I'll say their name. So this restaurant is called, and I never go to like super fancy restaurants like this. Never. I just don't do it. And this was the most expensive restaurant I'd ever been to, by far. It was crazy. But again, the viewer was like, you just need to go. I'm making you go. So I went. But the idea was to share it with you. Okay? So I'll show you a little bit about that now, and then we can talk about it more later. But I have pictures of everything. This restaurant is like, it appears on some best restaurants in the world lists. It's like this whole experience too. So I'm going to show you what restaurant it is. Here it is. I'll get the English language site. Now I have to pull it up here. All right, are you going to be able to see this? Let's see. It's called Maido. Maido by Mitsuharu. You know, I will say this. When I was in, I think I did one stream. When I was in Paris, the same person did something similar and said, you need to go to like a super fancy restaurant, like, and it was the same thing. And I actually did a stream about that one. There's a whole stream about that one, but we're not going to talk about that now. So anyways, this is called Maido. It says, welcome to our world. And it's basically a Japanese Peruvian fusion place. And then, by the way, these are not dollars. Oh, sorry. Yeah, these are not dollars. These are Peruvian soles. However, it's about when I was there, I think it's about like 4 soles to $1. So it's not, these are not dollars, but it's about 4 soles to $1, if I remember right. That's what the S means. The S is soles, not dollars. And so you can order different things on the menu, but they have this thing called the Maido experience, where they basically just pick these things and they give them to you. It's like a set meal. And then they have it with, I'm not really a big drinker at all. I rarely drink. But the viewer who insisted I do this said, well, you know, you really, to have the full experience, you should get it with the alcohol. I'll show you pictures. Oh, you can see it says Latin America's 50 best restaurants and the world's 50 best restaurants. So anyways, I did the experience thing. Oh, yeah, it's on Wikipedia. I guess they have a Wikipedia, don't they? One of our viewers said it had a Wikipedia entry. Jana said this. You can look it up on Wikipedia. Maido. There. Oops. Right here. Maido is a fusion restaurant that opened in October 2009 in Miraflores, Lima, Peru. It's owned by Mitsuharu Misha Sumora. It blends Peruvian and Japanese cuisine. In 2025, it was ranked first in the world's 50 best restaurants. Is that too? Is that true? Well, there you go. It is actually. In 2025, it was ranked the best restaurant. All right, well, there you go. What does it mean? I don't even know. Anyways, I never go to these places. But what I wanted to do is I took a ton of pictures, and I don't have to go through the whole thing tonight, but I just kind of want to show you some of what it looked like and what it was like. It was very interesting. It was an interesting experience. By the way, people there were not dressed all fancy. It was nice inside, but it was like casual. It wasn't like, everybody's wearing suits and stuff. No, I'm not really a foodie, so I probably didn't appreciate the stuff remotely as much as somebody else would. Maido means always. Is that true? Is that what it means? Maido is a greeting that is short for thank you every time. Maido arigato. Each time it means. Each time or every time, I guess. But it's a greeting. It's used as a friendly greeting, says Google AI, such as hello or thanks for your patronage. G Slayer says, I was hoping they were going to open one here in Vegas. All right, so let me pull up my photos. I'm going to pull up my photos for you guys so you can see what it was like there. Now what I have to do is this going to work? Let's see. Hey, that actually is displaying pretty well. So that's the Maido experience. You can see it there. And they give you all these different things. There's like, it's kind of like each little small things, some of them smaller than others, but it's a whole thing. You can't even see the bottom. There's one more thing on the bottom. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. By the way, when I sat down, what happened is I tried to go one day and they're like, we just have no tables. They said, come back tomorrow at this exact time, which is like early, it was like before their dinner rush. They said, come tomorrow at this time. So I did. And they're like, yes, we have a table. And then they said to me, they were like, okay, so there's another reservation at this table in like 4 hours. And I was like, why are you even telling me this? Why is that going to matter? But it turns out like the meal was like 4 hours long. And you might say, why is that? It's because every course is like something really interesting to look at and savor. And they give you, I think with like 2/3 of the courses, they give you a new glass of wine. But I mean, you can eat all the food very fast, but it's very interesting. It's how it looks is interesting and how it tastes is really interesting. And it's interesting to kind of just look at the thing and just take your time. And by the way, I will say, when I was there, people were, for the most part, not going in or out. I got the sense that if anything, other people were taking longer than I was. Melissa Banks says it's a tasting menu, a full experience. So when they actually served it, then I understood, oh, this is why they're saying 4 hours. CAC says, I did a tasting menu like that in Las Vegas. It was very cool, well worth it. Again, this was a very generous viewer who unprompted said, you need to go eat here, and paid for it. So, and I mean, I wasn't going to say no, but the idea was I was going to show you guys. Ken Rose says, for that money, it better be good. It was a very cool experience to go. And also, I will say this about the food. It was enjoyable, but it was cool because you got to taste things that were like quite different than what you would usually taste. Now, I'm not a foodie, so I can't fully appreciate this stuff. But you really did, the stuff really was different. And like, also just, you'll see, I'll show you some of the food, but like the way it looks, there's such a, they spend so much time making it look good, and like the textures and everything's all thought out and everything, you know. Yes, I did the wine, even though I don't really drink. I was told I should do the wine, so I did. James T. said, we did a tasting menu in Colombia. It was a great experience. It was cheap for a 4 to 6 hour experience. So I'm going to show you guys some of the food. Oh, I just saw something. Hold on a second. A quick update about something. The Supreme Court has granted the Trump administration's emergency appeal to temporarily block a court order to fully fund SNAP food aid during the shutdown. So AP reports that the Supreme Court, what did they say? I don't have much detail. AP says that the Supreme Court granted the appeal by the Trump administration to temporarily block a court order to fully fund SNAP food aid payments during the shutdown. So I guess they're going to partially fund the SNAP payments, not fully fund it. That's what's happening. I'm just passing that along because I just saw it. Okay. Hey, thanks to Kenneth Colton, by the way. Is Kimberly Barr here? I have her lip balm. Hey, Kenneth, thank you. Anyways, I don't want to get all into news stuff, but I'm just letting you know. Brad got an $800 rush ticket for the first row. Megatron says, I got treated to a 1-star Michelin restaurant, highlight of my life. Hey, Tom Mix is here. All right, let me show you some of the stuff that they had. Hey, thanks, by the way, to Katie Goodling for being a member. And Spirit of Mourning gave memberships, and so did Jenny Lassiter. Thank you so much. Spirit of Mourning and Jenny Lassiter, thanks to Marks for being a member, and Jen Haneke. All right, so now what I'm going to do is let me show you. Oh, and this is a page that was on that menu they gave me. It says, life is movement. Nothing is static or absolute. No one is. We are in a state of constant flux, just like the earth, the tides, bacteria, light, the blood in our bodies, colored seeds, Like family trees, cuisines are constantly being redefined, their identities enriched by an intense intercultural exchange, which has formed the basis of all civilization ever since humans shared their first sounds, products, ideas, and customs. Now remember, the idea of this restaurant, it's a combination of Japanese food and Peruvian food. And then that's what it looked like on the inside there. That gives you an idea of the decor. See, people are dressed casual. They're not dressed all fancy. And it's nice inside, but it's not like a ballroom or something. So that's what it looked like in there. I'd like to visit Sweden one day. All right, so I'm going to show you some of the things at... Oh, and here is the wine list. It's not even the whole... there's 2 more at the bottom. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wines. And I never drink. But they basically pair all... And I think these are really expensive wines. So I got to say, with the wines, they were... I mean, I'm not a wine person. They were really good. But a couple of them were like amazing. Like there was like a sweet wine that was incredible. I never drink sweet wine. So that was really cool. So, but they pair them all. I think they knew that I had no idea what I was drinking. Yeah, Mood, it is not a stuffy place. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you guys what it was like to be there. What I'm going to do is do this. I got to get the full photo here so you can see it. Oopsie. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me do it this way. All right, so see, you can't see the full photo. So what I need to do is I need to do this. See if I can do it this way. Ah, that's better. That's going to be better right there. And get rid of this. Okay. What if I do it with that one? No, we don't want that one. So that they bring a... Also, all of the dishes... yeah, they gave you a hot towel, but I just think it's like a cool basket. I mean, they're constantly switching the plates and the glasses, and I thought the dinnerware was cool. I like the basket. Everything's like all thought out. Anyways, so they bring you that, and then what's next here? Okay. So now what I got to do is I got to tell you guys what we're looking at. Hold on a moment. I have to pull up my copy of the menu so I can describe this for you. Again, this is my dinner that was paid for at Maido, which is one of the world's top restaurants, when I was in Lima, Peru in April, which I had never gotten a chance to talk about on the air. Okay, oops, I don't want the wine menu. I want there it is. Okay, so this is the first thing they brought out. And what I need to do is, can you see all of that? No, I got to get it all on the screen for you. So give me a moment here. Let me just see if I can. Nope, that's not right. That's not really right. Let's try this again. I'll get it all on the screen for you. Don't worry. There it is. I want to put it below me. There we go. So you see this? Now this is the first thing, and it says Amazonic zigzag. And it says Cassina and Loche cream. I need to look this stuff up. Cassina and Loche cream? Hang on a moment. This sounds like a job for AI. Tell me about this dish. Amazonic zigzag with cassina and loche cream. Let's see what... it appears to be a fusion dish, deep roots in Amazonian cuisine. Google AI says cassina is the meat. Cassina is a very popular staple. Is this it? Is that the right thing? That is it. That's the first thing. Oh, no. Yeah, this is the first two things. Oh, that's the Butifarra. Oh, wait. This is Butifarra. So I think this is the Amazonic zigzag, and this is the Butifarra. So Butifarra is a kind of sandwich there, and you can see this is a miniature sandwich. So this is the first two things on the menu, I think. So this is... All right, so I'll describe this in a second, but I think this is the zigzag thing. And I think it's called zigzag because of the way these little zigzag things, these like wafer things. So the meat is a cured, salted, and smoked pork. So if I remember right, guys, it must be that that the wavy wafers are the meat, right? Can I zoom in? I probably can. Yeah, good idea. So that was an excellent idea. That's the Amazonic zigzag. And again, I believe that the zigzaggy wafers are made of this Amazonian cured, salted, and smoked pork. And then loche cream is a type of Peruvian squash or pumpkin. No, that's loche. It is a prized ingredient, often incorporated into fusion dishes across Peru. Loche cream would be a rich, smooth, and flavorful sauce made by pureeing this squash. So this is two very traditional ingredients from Amazonian cooking, I guess. The wavy wafers, which are the cecina, cured, salted, and smoked pork, and the cream, which is made of this Peruvian squash or pumpkin. That's what I believe is going on there, if I had to guess. Now, I don't even know like what the things on the top are. But if you just, yes, it was really good, but it's small, but it was really good. But the texture was good. Like all the stuff, all of the stuff was really good. It's not big. You're not going to fill yourself up. But also notice like the presentation here. So all the dishes had their own like dish. And a lot of them were kind of rustic and earthy. So this thing comes on this like stone thing or whatever it was. Maybe it's part of a tree, So it's just an example. This is just an example of what they do. They're using local ingredients. It looks really cool. You can see they're really concerned with the presentation. Gossamer says it's all about the presentation. No, you eat it with your hands. You're supposed to eat it with your hands. Terry says you eat with your eyes first. And then, by the way, this other one is, so sandwiches are very big. They're called sanguches, very big in Peru, in Lima. There's sandwich places everywhere. They're not expensive, most of them. They're awesome. I ate so many sandwiches there. And one of the popular sandwiches is called butifarra. So this is like a take on that, and it's called butifarra de paichi. It's smoked paichi ham, ají dulce emulsion, and melipona and karashi. So let me ask, this sounds like a job for, you know what I'll do? Hold on a second here. I'm going to ask Gemini. I'm going to upload the menu. And it'll just look at the picture and it'll tell me about it. This item is a magnificent example of Peruvian, Japanese, and Amazonian fusion cuisine that the restaurant Maido is famous for. It's a sophisticated and creative reinterpretation of the traditional Peruvian butifarra sandwich, which is normally made with country ham, jamón del país. Butifarra is a Spanish sausage. Beloved, and there's a beloved butifarra sandwich. In this elevated version, the traditional pork inside the bread, and this is very small, by the way. Normally it's sandwich size. What you're looking at is like a finger food. That's a miniature version. But in this version, it's the ham is replaced with Amazonian giant freshwater fish. That's what it's replaced with in that, I guess. That's what it says. Yes, paichi, P-I-C. It's called butifarra de paichi, and paichi or paicha is a fish, Amazonian fish. So they replace the ham with fish, and then the three other things in there are ají dulce, which is a sweet aromatic. Very mild. It's ají dulce emulsion. Ají dulce is a pepper with a complex floral and fruity flavor. Oh, they have a lot of ají sauce in Lima. And then emulsion means that the sauce is likely blended into a creamy mayonnaise-like sauce. So that there's that sauce on it, which is, to have an ají sauce is common for a sandwich. It has melipona on it. And melipona is honey produced by melipona bees, which are native to the Amazon region. And then the third ingredient inside is karashi, which is a traditional Japanese hot mustard paste. Wow. So it's got an Amazonian base and a Peruvian aroma from the ají sauce, Amazonian base from the honey and the fish, and Japanese pungency from the mustard. And the way AI describes this is it takes the rustic idea of a Peruvian butifarra sandwich, very common item in Lima in Peru, and transforms it into a refined bite-sized Nikkei course featuring the Amazonian fish delicacy paichi. So you can, I mean, this just gives you an idea of what they're doing here at this restaurant. You know, they're combining Peruvian and Japanese, and I guess Amazonian. I'm asking AI, how does Amazonian differ from Peruvian? Amazonian refers to a specific geographic region in its culture, while Peruvian refers to the entire country. Amazonian is like the Amazonian rainforest. Okay. So they're taking all these elements and they're making this stuff that looks really cool. But again, this looks like it's like a mini version of a butifarra sandwich. And by the way, the stuff tasted really great. And it has all these really interesting kind of tastes in it. Oh, I don't even know. And when somebody said, what are the petals? I don't even know. So my guess is there's got to be some story behind, you know, this dish and this dish. Maybe these are both Peruvian type of things or Amazonian type of things, I'm guessing. So I guess, you know, one thing you can see is there's like these are 2 of the 14 courses. And I was reading about these things while I was there, or trying to read without going too slow. But I mean, you could just get these things. This is why it can take hours to have one of these meals, is because you get them. If you just want to eat it, you could eat it in 10 seconds. And if you eat it, they'll bring you the next thing right away. You could be done with this whole meal in 10 minutes or 15 minutes if you wanted to. But what you would do, I guess, is you get it and you look at it and you enjoy looking at it, and then you read, you think about what it has in it, and you maybe read about it and you talk about it if you're there with somebody, and you have a glass of wine with you that goes with this. So you see, I'm just giving you the idea of I guess how it's supposed to happen as a non-foodie. But this is just the first, and they gave me a glass. There was a glass of wine with this too. But again, it's. I think somebody I think said one bite at a time. Ken said, I think with these I don't even know. I feel like maybe I asked them, but I think you're supposed to eat it all in one bite. Ma Florida said, we did a 3-hour wine tasting one time. Gossamer said it's all about the experience as well. Cax says it's a multi-sensory experience. So, I'm just trying to show this as an example of what these places are like. Melissa Banks says immersive. But I think if I did it again, because I didn't know what to expect. Like the first two, like this course and the next course, I kind of ate kind of fast. And then I was like, wait a second, what am I doing? And then I thought about it and I realized like, oh, wait, I should be savoring. I can like take my time with these. So if I were to do it again, I would just have my phone. I had my phone with me and I was looking things up, but I would really make an effort to like just look everything up and think about everything and take it in. I mean, I did take several hours to eat this meal. Megatron says, I will meet the mods across the street at Popeyes after. Oh, CCC, I said I had to eat something at a restaurant once. It was so embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I asked them questions. I think I asked them, like, how am I supposed to eat this? And I had to ask them, like, am I supposed to finish the wine with each course? So they don't mind if you ask them. I'm guessing they get actually plenty of people there who go and are not like, it's a famous place. So I'm guessing they get plenty of people there who are not like food experts. I'd rather do it right. So this meal, I don't remember, this was by far the most expensive place I've ever eaten at. And again, a viewer basically said, I want you to go there. I'm gonna pay for it. You need to go there. So, which was very nice. But I'm not sure. I'm going to check and see if the viewer's okay with me telling you their name. But in the meantime, I'm not going to say their name. But it was more for the viewer. It was more about like, because Lima is really known for its food, and it has all kinds of food of all different costs, and it's great. There's a lot of great cheap food, a lot of great inexpensive food. But he was like, you should go do this. Tom Mix says it's both food and art. So I normally don't go to places like this. So this the food itself was certainly several $100s, just the food. And I got the food and wine pairing, which I think was several $100 more. So it was in the hundreds of dollars, and it was over $500. I don't remember the exact number. It was expensive. So, but again, it just depends on, for some people, they really like these experiences. Also, it depends on how much money you have, right? If you're somebody with a ton of money, it's not going to be as a drain on your wallet as not. So, I have a friend of mine who is certainly, he is not, if you knew this person, you would not be like, oh, that person like spends a ton of money. The person does very well for themselves. But if you knew the person, you wouldn't be like, oh, this is like a super wealthy person who has a yacht and spends it on all kinds of things. But something he loves is once in a while, he really knows a lot about food, and like he will go to a really nice restaurant and really enjoy the experience. That's just something he really likes to do. So there's certain people out there who it's like, this is like a big thing they do. But again, I had never eaten in a restaurant like this. Anyways, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but let me maybe pick up one or two other things and show you what it's like. But I took pictures of everything. Oh, I will say this. What I did is when I was there, the viewer, I was texting with the viewer. So I was able to, who was paying for it. So I was able in real time to show the viewer everything I was getting, and we were talking about the stuff. So it's kind of like I was there with the person, which was pretty funny. Let me show you one or two other things. Oh, this next thing was super cool. I want to show you this. Look at this thing. This was really neat. I got to get the right, which one is it? Is it this? There. Oopsie, I don't want to do that. Somehow I've gotten all the wrong, here we go. There it is. Can you see it? Is it centered? So let me tell you about this one. This was really neat. By the way, if you don't use AI, you can use it in all kinds of ways. But what I just did is I went to Google Gemini AI and I had a picture of the menu. Can you see the menu? Hold on a second here. Let me make it so you can see the menu. Where is... Give me one moment here. How do I do this? I'll make it so you can see the menu. One sec. There you go. So there's the menu. So what I did is I uploaded the menu to the AI, and then I just said, tell me about the third dish. And the menu, the AI already, it knows it's Maido. It looked up Maido restaurant, and it'll just tell me everything about it that I can figure out. So what the menu says is this dish is called Razor Clams Crab. And it says, and it's an exquisite example of the Nikkei cuisine, Peruvian-Japanese fusion that Maido is globally famous for, showcasing high-end Japanese technique applied to premium Peruvian seafood. Razor clams are long, slender clams that are highly prized. Serving them raw or barely cooked highlights the meticulous quality control and freshness characteristic of Japanese cuisine. Crab, likely a form of high-quality Peruvian crab meat. Okay. Then there's also, in their sea collagen emulsion, the Nikkei technique. This is the most technical and crucial part of the dish, embodying the fusion element. And it says, sea collagen is a gelatinous, nutrient-rich material extracted by simmering fish bones, skin, and shells. Okay. It's used in Japanese cooking, I guess. Emulsion. The collagen stock is blended to create a creamy, luxurious sauce that delivers an intense, savory, umami flavor. And there's smoke, too. I think this must be the right thing. This was the next thing I got. Let me just make sure. Does that look right? Let me ask it. Hold on. I should show the AI the picture. That's what I'll do. Hold on a second here. I'm loading the picture of it to AI. The picture I'm showing you guys. This picture right here. Hold on. Yes. Okay. Here's what they're saying. Here's what it's saying about it. It's saying, this likely shows the dish Razor Clams Crab. The crab claw element on the left, there is a distinct shape resembling a crab claw. Oh, is that this thing here? Oh, this white thing back here? Guys, is that supposed to be the crab claw? I'm so confused. I don't understand. I have no idea. I can't remember. I wonder if I was supposed to eat this thing. That looks too big, though. The razor clams, the main edible item is a small inverted cone or basket topped with pale translucent slices of seafood, which could either be the razor clams or crab meat. The green sand could represent the smoke element, perhaps a smoked herb or powder, or merely a decorative earthy presentation element. The use of a specialized wooden box or tray for serving is typical of the meticulous and dramatic plating style of a high-end tasting menu like the Maido experience. I don't know. I could have gotten a thing wrong about the crab claw. I don't know. But maybe it's back there somewhere, the claw. But anyways, this thing, the cone was amazing. I remember this thing. But again, what's in it is this seafood is in it. I don't know what the red things are. But it's a little cone. It's a little cone. It was fantastic. But you just see the presentation, right? Look at it. It's crazy. Oh, hold on. There it is. I'll zoom in for you. Look at this. Paul says, probably got a razor clam in the middle. The white things behind it might just be stones or something. I'm not sure. I don't know if I have a bigger picture of the whole plate. I do. I have a bigger picture of the whole plate. Hold on. Oh, look at this. See, this is what I need to show you. Hold on. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you right now. Look at this, guys. Look at this. How do I rotate this? Where's rotate? Hold on, I got to rotate it. I know there's a way to rotate it. It's weird, there should be a button. I don't want aspect ratio, I want to rotate it. In my photo program. I don't know what's happening. That's what I really need to do. Hold on. I got it. I'll get it for you. We'll fix it. We'll fix it for you. You'll be able to see what I'm talking about in a second. Give me a second here. Everything got all messed up. The desserts at this place were crazy good too. It was really good. But I'll just show you. I have the picture right here. This is the best picture of it. All right, hold on. Where's download? Download. All right, now it's downloading. That's good. Now I'll be able to rotate it. I should be able to rotate it anyway. Okay, there it is. Ha! I did it. Okay, guys, here is the dish. Here is the full presentation. Here it is. I have it right in front of me. This is what it actually looked like. Ready? There it is. Ooh, but the photo is blocked. I need to show the bigger version of the photo. No, I don't want that one. I want... There. So that's what it looked like. So that's the crab. I don't even know if I noticed this at the time. That's the crab, right? Isn't that the crab? Yeah, CH says it's the crab shell, the body, and the claws. My name says 95% decoration, 5% food. And I guess this represents sand. So it's called smoke. So this I think is not actually sand, but it's supposed to represent sand. I don't know if I could have eaten the sand. Maybe I could have eaten the sand. See, you miss out so much. If I went again, I feel like I'd want to try all these dishes again, having researched them. You wouldn't have time to do this when you're there. Because it's called sea collagen emulsion and smoke. Those are the ingredients, aside from the clams and crab. But see, in this picture, you can't really see in the cone well. Oh, you know what it is? Exactly. Annie Cush says it's like the crab is serving you an ice cream cone. You might think that sounds too jokey, but that very well might be the idea. It's a playful thing. I swear I did not in the moment, because at this moment, it's like the second thing I've been given. I'm like, what am I doing here? I did not even notice the crab shell being there, as crazy as that sounds, because I was at the time so overwhelmed with everything. It might be that it's supposed to be giving you an ice cream cone. See? Well, hold on. Let me go back here. I'm learning so much from you guys. Because look at this thing. Wow, so much I didn't appreciate. Yes, Ducky says it's like each dish is a little morsel and an experience, like each plate is an artistic expression. Yeah, so, I mean, again, whatever you think of it, at least I'm just trying to give you the basic idea of what these places are. But I'm learning more about the meal I had by looking at all this stuff. And we're going over this in such detail. Look, this is why they said to me, when I sat down, they said, sir, we can get you a table, but just know that somebody's got a reservation there in 4 hours. And I couldn't believe they were telling me this. It seemed like it was the stupidest thing in the world. But you can see, if they're serving you, 14 courses, just do the math, and they're giving you wines also. If a lot of people are going to take a lot of time with all these courses and talk about them and everything, especially if you're with a group. Callie says, next time, take us with you. Not everything is edible. Because some of this stuff had like stones in it. So I could have asked. My guess, though, based on, I doubt, I can't imagine that the white things are edible. I doubt this was edible down here. Although if I went again, I would ask. If I went again, I would ask about everything. And I'd literally say, is this edible? If you don't know. They don't mind you asking. But maybe the sand was edible. The thing is, though, I sort of think they would have told me that. I don't think we're going to get to it on this stream, but one of the courses was one piece of sushi, and they literally bring over the whole fish to you. I'll just show you what that looked like, because I have pictures. It was crazy. It was really good. But they have a special guy come over, and he brings you look, this is the guy. He comes over with the whole fish, and he cuts you one piece. Look, one piece of sushi. Let me show you. I have it right here. There he is. Hang on, I got to get this showing a little better. There it is. So there's a reason I'm telling you this, which is they put the piece of sushi on my plate. And so when they put this on my plate, I'm on the phone texting with the viewer who paid for the meal, and we start texting about it. And they come over, the waiter comes over to me, and he's like, "Excuse me, sir, this should be eaten right away." Because I think with sushi, getting it at the right temperature is a really big deal. And they told me no, you're meant to eat this right away because it's at the perfect temperature. And they didn't do that with anything else. So my point is, I kind of feel like the crab dish, I kind of feel like this one right here, if you can see it, hold on, I'll show it to you. This one with the cone. I kind of feel like if this stuff was edible, they would have told me. Also, the amount of this stuff in here, it just seems like a lot. All this stuff was pretty bite-sized, and it would be it would not be common compared to the other things. It'd be a real change to give you this much of the green stuff if it's edible. So I don't know that that was edible. I don't know. But anyways, this was a different course, and this was called, supposedly this is like one of the most popular courses, like they're known for it. Oh, this is the Toro. Toro, Cortado, and Mesa. Here, hold on. Tell me about the Toro course. And here is a photo. I'll just, for the heck of it, I'm going to show the photo to AI, and it'll tell me something more. I'll let it look at the photo. But literally, they come over to you. They told me, they said, like, this is like, for many people, this is the high point of the experience. Okay, they said, AI says, you have captured the tableside presentation of one of Maido's most iconic and memorable dishes on the Maido Experience tasting menu. The dish is Toro, Cortado, and Mesa, Toro sushi cut at the table. It blends the best of high-end Japanese fish preparation with a unique Peruvian twist. The Toro is the fatty belly of the tuna. I'm kind of skipping through here. Most prized cut of tuna, melts in your mouth. Presenting the entire block tableside creates a moment of high drama and emphasizes the quality and freshness of the ingredient before it is sliced into individual portions. It says it says unagi. Unagi is freshwater eel. And does it have unagi? Did they give me unagi with this? Let's see. Yeah, unagi is one of the ingredients. I don't remember if it was on the plate. I'll have to check. Tare is the thick glaze used for the unagi. Okay, Amazonian ponzu was part of this. It's like a citrus sauce, and there was a high quality seaweed from Hiroshima, Japan. See if I have the picture of the actual piece. I'm sure I do. Oh, look, here it is, guys. So I took a picture of this too. So there is the seaweed is made of seaweed from Hiroshima, Japan. And I guess the glaze is on the lower left. That is tare glaze. And then, oh, there's the eel. Yes, they gave me a piece of eel. That's the eel right there. And this is freshwater eel, a staple in Japanese cuisine. So it's a whole thing. I'm just showing you there's different steps and everything. There, he's making it for you. Anami says it's not for picky eaters. And that's what it looked like. Look at this. Look at the presentation. Oh my gosh. I remember it being really, really good. I mean, it's small. It's one piece of sushi. But it's got the eel and the seaweed and the piece of tuna. And again, each of these items has its own special dish. By the way, it had its own wine with it too. Callie says not a kid's restaurant. So again, hopefully you're at least getting an idea of what this whole thing is about. It's the Maido experience. Do I have any more pictures of this dish? Oh, there I am. So I think they told me, again, and when they put it on my plate, after like a minute, they came up to me and they said, sir, We know, you've been like, we know you normally don't, we know you've been like taking your time, which is great, but like, you got to eat this one right away because it's at the right temperature. So that's what I did. I might have asked them how to eat. I asked them how to eat a number of things. So I might have asked them how to eat it and they might have told me. I think just maybe in one bite. Gina Pina says, love the plate. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I mean, you just pick it up and you eat it. I don't think I did take a video. I just took photos. Shelly says it definitely looks like an experience. Oh, and here is another shot of what the room is up there. Again, people are not dressed fancy. It doesn't feel super fancy. It's refined in there, but it's not super. It doesn't feel like crazy stuffy or anything. That's what it looks like. Palm Tree says it looks like it was fun. Yeah, no, right. Would I normally spend this money on a meal? No. If I won the lottery, maybe I'd do it more. But it's cool to do it and just see what what this whole world is about. But I will say it's fun for me to go over this stuff and this level of details with you guys. Because like I understand the dishes more. But in the moment I'm kind of like, I got to eat this and what is it? And I'm tasting the wine and I'm looking around and I'm trying to read about it and, So I wouldn't be surprised if people go back there like a second time and get it again. CH says Michelin Indian food is something you should try. I've never had like fancy Indian food. I love Indian food. Hey, Darren says so much for not taking a long time on this. Oh, Darren, there were 14 courses and I didn't even talk about the wine. And I didn't really, we could spend 45 minutes on each course if we wanted to. Zach says, have you ever been to a restaurant like that previously? So really the only thing similar was like a year or two ago, I was in London and the same viewer did the same thing and said, hey, I'm going to pay for it. It wasn't as expensive as this. I'm going to pay for it and I want you to go to this type of place. And I went to a place which it wasn't Japanese Peruvian, but it was similarly like a tasting menu and it was very like a foodie place. And I had no idea what I was eating. And I didn't even look anything up. So this was like the second time I did it. I think if I ever do it again, I'm going to really make an effort to like try to research as much as I can. But this is it's this type of meal if you've never done it. Sonic says, if I were there, I would hear, sir, that's just a wood box. Please stop trying to eat it. What they did is also with the wines, they put them all in different glasses, which was really cool. I really appreciated the glasses. So for example, if I can show you this, just one example, I don't even know which wine this was. But here's a glass and it's like the shape, it's its own shape and they have different stems and the wines were really good. But they just had a lot of very different glasses and different dishes. Florida doesn't like any of the dishes. Or plates or whatever. They had a sweet wine, which was amazing. I never had sweet wine. I'm going to have to show you one more dish. Can I show you one of the coolest? I'm not going to, I feel like you can talk about all these things. Let me just show you one more dish. Tom Mix says Maido to go. Look at this one. Hold on. Pull this up for you. Look at how this looks. Look at that. Ooh. I have to ask AI which of the dishes this is. I don't even remember. Hang on, let me look it up. And look at the actual bowl it's in, like the rock bowl. Hold on. It's really neat presentation. This one, I'm asking, okay, according to, is that correct? According to AI, this dish was the oyuko. AI says it's served in a carved stone bowl. It's the elevated modern Peruvian course oyuko. It takes the rustic traditional from the Andes Mountains, I guess, Andes stew called oyukito con charqui and transforms it into a piece of fine dining Nikkei art. It is a fantastic example of the restaurant Maido celebrating the Andean Sierra region of Peru. Oyuko is a colorful, vital tuber root vegetable native to the high Peruvian Andes, often used like a potato, but with a bit different, that holds up well in stews. The sauce is a rich mustard yellow liquid covering half the bowl, likely a creamy preparation of the oyuko itself. And small cubed pieces of the oyuko are likely mixed in on the left. And then the protein in this, the beef is, there's charqui. The original dish would have charqui in it, which is dried salted llama or alpaca meat. But in this dish, it's replaced with wagyu beef, which is salted and cured in the style of charqui. Wagyu, I believe, is Japanese. So it's taking a traditional dish from the region and giving it a different twist and putting some Japanese ingredients in there. The course is an homage to Peru's Andean heritage. It cleverly reconstructs the humble oyukito con charqui stew using premium ingredients like wagyu and refined techniques, creams, infusions, and precise plating, demonstrating the Maido restaurant philosophy of elevating Peruvian tradition through the lens of Nikkei finesse. Oh, I ate it. It was really good. The food was really good. It's not a lot of food, but the food was really good. It was really tasty. And as someone who doesn't eat this type of food, normally, it's really cool because there's all these different tastes that you're not used to tasting. But you can see how important the presentation is too, clearly. Oh, thanks, Carlos Rosa. Thank you, Carlos. That's really nice of you. Yeah, so I don't even know what all the things are in there. They say the other flavors, AI says there's some Peruvian black mint in there. There's another, there's some kind of cheese in there. There's pickles in there. So I'm sure all of the ingredients on the left have some sort of story in them why they're there. I don't even know what they all are. People who really know their stuff probably go and they get this stuff and they know everything that's in it. Annie Cush says it's really pretty, but the crab was so friendly. Well, the AI, what happens is I uploaded the menu to AI and I upload the picture. And so AI can figure out what dish it's looking at, and it knows the ingredients from what's in the menu. And the AI is also going online and doing research, and it knows about the restaurant. So that's how it can tell me all these things, which is really cool, actually. Oh, thanks, Zach. Zach says you should do more streams like this. You know, it's just so busy normally that I don't get a lot of time to do the Lookner streams. Thank you, Zach. But yeah, what I did is I uploaded the whole menu, the picture of the menu. I just uploaded it to the AI, and it knows the restaurant. It researched the restaurant. It knows what's on the menu. Then if I show it a picture of a dish, it'll know what the dish is. SNN says, I love AI search, pretty helpful. Yeah, it's really cool that you can do these kind of things. And you can use, I mean, I didn't do it to this extent, but you could just do this on your phone at the restaurant. You could literally just take the picture and upload it. It takes 5 seconds to upload it or less. And you could just do the same thing at the restaurant. You could say, I'm at this restaurant. Tell me about what I'm eating right now. Did it fill me up? No. I know it's not really supposed to fill you up. You shouldn't go if you're really hungry, because then you're not going to appreciate it. I think you should like go like when you're not that hungry. And he says, I will take the wine. Hey, Ducky is here. Kevin Sarvis is here. Let me see. Sonic said, I sent an AI a screenshot of this YouTube window, and it said, looks like you're watching an episode of Lookner Channel from November 7th, where Steve was discussing Maido menu options. It's smart. Ma Florida says, have a light dinner first. Hey, Dread Pirate, I really know nothing about wine either. I will say the wine, there's one wine which was called a sweet wine I had, which was really great. It was like, it tasted like a dessert almost. Which wine was it? It was an Italian sweet wine. I'm going to show it to you if I can find it. I will say at this place, they gave you a couple desserts, and they were amazing. They were really good. It was like one of my favorite things of being there, surprisingly, was the desserts. They were incredible. I'll show you. They were incredible. Okay, this is the sweet wine right here. This was so good. I got to ask AI about this. Look at the glass, too. I'm asking AI. I don't think I've given it the wine list. I can upload the wine list to it yet. Hold on. Okay, so AI says the wine you were served is the Colle de Re Romagna something 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 from the producer Umberto Cesari, which is an incredible sweet wine and a sophisticated choice for a tasting menu like Maido's. It is a highly rated Italian dessert wine from northern Italy. It is often paired with a dish that can stand up to its intensity, such as Maido's final savory or sweet courses. That's what it was. But this was incredible. This was so, like, again, I'm not a wine person. This was so good. It was really good. And that's what it looks like. It's like a dessert kind of thing. I don't even know how much it cost. How How much would that bottle cost in the US? Last AI. It was sweet, but really good. You know, it's interesting. It says here for that bottle, the bottle would be $25 to $40. Is that true? That's it? Because it was really good. And it says if you were drinking this in a restaurant, the per glass price or the full bottle cost would be significantly higher than the retail price. Anyways, go get that. I'll put the link in what I think it is. So according to AI, what it is. I have the wine list. I can look it up. I'll tell you guys in case anyone wants to try it. I don't get anything. I don't think I make any. It doesn't matter that I'm an Amazon associate with that wine. Yes, it's a 2015 wine. Here, I'll post a link in the chat to that wine if you want to look it up. Anyways, I don't know that I ever had sweet wine, but it was really good. Susan So says, I will try it at New Year's. Cac says, I usually don't like sweet wines, but I've had one that I really liked. Ma Florida says they are pricey. Ma Florida says it's in a small bottle. So again, I put the name of the wine in the chat for you. I got to show you the dessert. Man, the desserts were so good. I was shocked because I just figured, well, the food is going to be the high point and the dessert is kind of like this extra thing. The desserts were incredible. This is again what the wine looked like. Yeah, it is a smallish bottle, right? It's not that small, but it's kind of small actually. Okay, dessert time. Gosh, these were so good. Oh my gosh, these were amazing. I think there were 3 desserts. Were there 3 or 2? No, there were 2. Here, let me show you here. There's 2 of them. Incredible. All right, you can't see right now. I'm going to make this so you can actually see what I'm looking at, or see. Hold on, let me get it on the screen for you. That's not it. No, you can't see it there. No, that's too narrow. Too narrow. There it is. Man, these were incredible. There's 2 different ones. I'll show you the close-ups, but there's 2 different ones, okay? And then there's one of them. Oh my gosh, was this good? Hold on. They were so good. Let's see. I'm gonna ask the AI to tell me about them. Okay. Oh, and look at the presentation of this one. Okay, so the one in the bowl is chorizo ice cream, which was incredible. The ice cream is an ice cream flavored with chorizo regional, a Peruvian Amazonian sausage. This chorizo is typically smoked, seasoned with ají panca or ají marisol, and has an intense, savory, meaty, and smoky flavor. It's a sausage. The ice cream itself is likely an unexpectedly savory, smoky, and salty ice cream. It was really good. The brown crisps are likely Maduro sweet plantain chips. The base of the liquid may contain crackers. How did it look when I ate it? Hold on. Did I take a picture of me eating it? Let's see. There. So there it is. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. The yellow thing is it's the sausage flavored ice cream. This was incredible. It was so good. And it's like ice cream that tastes like something you don't expect it to taste like, and it was so good. So again, chorizo, which is sausage, chorizo ice cream. AI says this is a classic Maido shock and awe dish. It tastes a beloved Peruvian flavor, smoky Amazonian meat, and presents it in a completely unexpected form, ice cream, relying on the rich, complex flavor of the chorizo fat to create a luscious, memorable finish. This, like, I could have eaten so much of it. I was like, someone should make this flavor and just have it in ice cream stores. And also, it was so good with like the stuff at the bottom. I don't even know what was. I don't know if that's. There's some, what exactly is in the stuff at the bottom, I'm not sure. But that was really great. Yeah, like some kind of milk or light cream sauce. And with those crackers, it was great. It was incredible. Okay, now the other one. This might have been like one of the best things I had, maybe the best thing I had there. So good. And then this thing. This is the Lookner mochi. So mochi is a traditional Japanese dessert made from sticky rice pounded into a paste, resulting in a soft, chewy wrapper. That's the mochi, I believe. Lookner is this fruit. I actually liked Lookner yogurt when I was there. Well, let me see if I can get you the picture. I might have a better shot of it. Yeah, that's not better. There you go. Lookner is Peru's most popular native fruit, which sort of tastes like maple in a way. The white sphere is the mochi, which is likely filled with a Lookner ice cream or Lookner paste. And then the mochi rests on a bed of colorful crumble or sand, possibly ground nuts, that is sprinkled with dried flowers and small cubes of what looks like rich cacao or chocolate. I think this was a chocolate here, this one here, which they don't really talk about in the AI. This is a high quality Peruvian cacao product called Elemento. AI says it's a classic pairing to finish a tasting menu. Do I have pictures of me eating it? I don't know. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is so good. Making me so hungry for it. This was amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. JD's Variety Channel says the chocolate looks lighter on the bottom, maybe a fudge. I do not know. It does look a little lighter on the bottom there. Oh, look at this. And the sweet wine. It had the sweet wine with it, guys. The sweet wine was part of this course. It was incredible. Crazy. Amazing. Nibi says, very pleasant looking and artistic. Hey, thanks RS Pat for being a member. This was amazing. What a course. This was the dessert. The whole thing was like, I think 14 courses and like 10 wines, but like this is like 2 courses in one because you're getting 2 items. Man, it was so good. This is the dessert course. So good. I was very happy with, you can see, I was quite happy. I was so happy I had to take a selfie of myself. Also, at that point, I'd had 10 glasses. Well, you know, it's not the whole glass, but I had 10 servings of wine. I was very excited about this. I really enjoyed the dessert. So good. Oh, and there's the, hold on. There's the mochi thing. Oh yeah, Sonic, I think I took over 4 hours. Oh, that's a better picture of the mochi. That was really good too. Emilian says, mochi is so delicious. But again, the mochi is made out of this fruit called the lucuma, the Peruvian fruit. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the mochi, I'm sorry. What it's filled with is the lucuma ice cream or lucuma paste. The mochi is actually the sticky rice pounded into a paste, which they make the soft, chewy wrapper out of. I was so happy. That was me at the end. And here's another shot of what it looks like inside the place. Melissa Banks says you'll have to go back again. It's so weird. Like I feel like the more I go through it and sort of get a little bit of a better grasp of what I'm eating, then I think I might even enjoy it more a second time. The odds of me ending up back there are very, very slim. And in my lifetime, I think. But it is, again, I could see people going there more than once, definitely. Let me just see real quick if there's anything else I want to show you. Just to run through it real quick. Just a couple more courses I think I can show you pictures of. While we're on it at this point, I might as well just show you. So this was a piece of this was actually really interesting and really neat. This was like this was a type of fish, and in a broth, and it was really good tasting. And hold on a second, right here. I got to look up which one this was. Yeah, can you see the fish in the lower left? The broth was so good. I'll ask. AI will tell me which course this was. Oopsie. Upload. Where is it here? So the fish was like one of the larger food items you would get during your meal. There, look at that. Look at that. Zach says the broth almost looks like a glaze. It was really tasty. It says this visually stunning presentation features 2 distinct courses served together, typical of the creative pacing in Maido's tasting menu. Well, was this not the fish? I thought this was the fish. No, I think this might have been, I thought this was the fish, but maybe I'm wrong. It's saying maybe this is the sweetbread. I thought it was the fish. Let me just see. I'm not sure. It's possible I forgot. Let's see. Umami sweetbread. Oh, I think is it C in pistachios? I don't even remember. What is sweetbread? Sweetbread. Oh no, umami sweetbread is caramelized browned proteins. Sweetbreads. Thymus, maybe this was the umami. I might have just forgotten what this was. There is a dish on the menu called umami sweetbread. Sweetbreads, thymus or pancreas, are a delicacy prized for their tender, rich flavor. Here they are seared or braised to achieve a crispy exterior. And then umami dashi is the dark reflective liquid surrounding the sweetbread. Dashi is a savory Japanese broth base. A rich umami dashi would be a concentrated sauce using mushrooms, seaweed, or cured fish flakes to give it an intense, deep, savory flavor. Okay. I think this was the umami sweetbread, which is again, it's a kind of protein. Thymus or pancreas. Thymus is a small gland. Anyways, I remember this broth being really good. I don't even know. It looks like fish. I don't even know in the moment if I realized. I think I must have, but I was thinking right now. I was thinking, oh, that's fish. So in the moment, I'm guessing I looked it up, but who knows? Maybe I didn't. I was following along with the menu. But the thing is, like, normally, I'm not a big fish person. And normally if I get so there's that. But also I'm not a big sweetbread person. But normally if I get something like this, I'm not really focused on the broth. But this broth was just amazing. I remember that. And then, all right, just to skip over one, to go to one more, which I didn't talk about. Oh, what was this one? This was really cool too. See this one? This one was, I'm asking the AI because it has the menu. It'll find it on the menu. This is the palate cleanser from the Maido tasting menu. It serves the role of sorbet. The base in this one is a kind of papaya, a mountain papaya. And it has wasabi in it. Wasabi, the traditional Japanese horseradish. Wasabi is likely infused into sorbet or sprinkled over the top as a delicate powder or green zest. It adds a surprising sharp umami and heat. And the delicate shreds of orange and red on top are likely candied peel, small chili threads, or even small threads of the papaya itself. This is just before the black cod. Is there any chance that the thing I just saw was the cod? Instead of the umami? I don't even know. This was really good too. Look at that. Zach says, bon appetit, ice garnish with a pepper. Phil said it looks great. This was incredible, really, really good. I don't remember this, I don't remember the exact taste, to be honest. One of our viewers said it's spicy, sparkle flavor. So I don't remember enough about the specific taste. Oh, you know what? Okay, the dish you said was sweetbread was right after this sorbet. I bet it wasn't the sweetbread dish. I bet it was the fish. Okay, guys, sorry about the confusion. I now figured out what this dish was. This one right here. I thought it was fish. This is the Gindara black cod nitsuki dish. It is common for the Nikkei course, Gindara black cod, to follow the sorbet, as this is a rich, high-impact main course. Okay. The bowl is art, says Gina Pina. Okay, so this is, the fish is black cod. It is a highly prized fish renowned for its extremely high oil and omega-3 content, giving it a silky, buttery, melt-in-your-mouth texture and clean, rich flavor. The fish is prepared nitsuki, a traditional Japanese method where the fish is gently simmered in sauce until tender. The sauce, the dark glossy sauce, is the nitsuki braising liquid, which usually has soy sauce, sake rice wine, mirin, sweet Japanese rice wine, and sugar or another sweetener. And let's see here. I guess Maido takes this Japanese technique and integrates it with Peruvian and other Japanese elements. Because there's a plate, one of the other plates had, I think, rice or something over here, up here. That's Japanese. Here, this red rice thing. The Peruvian element is, up here, I guess, maybe. One of these is cocona, a tart, citrusy, yellow Amazonian fruit. Chalaca is a Peruvian relish. Anyways, so this dish was fish. This was black cod. And it's seen as like, yes. So Zach says it looks like one of the largest portions of the night. This was one of the biggest portions. I mean, it's not a gigantic piece, but it's certainly noticeable that it's bigger. It's seen as one of the main courses. But again, I am not a fish person, usually. And I'm certainly not like a broth person. But the broth was so good. So each of the dishes, it has like a story and it has its own tableware and it looks different. Ben says super good. That's the whole place, that's the idea. I think I basically might have showed you everything. I showed you the sushi. There's one thing I did not show you guys. Actually, there's two things. Couple. But let me show you this. Just to kind of rush through. In the bathroom there, this is what the sinks looked like in the bathroom. The sinks are thought out. The bathroom decor is thought out as well. Here's what it looked like in the bathroom with the sinks. Those are the sinks. Carlos Rosa says, truly an experience. All right, give me one moment here. David Videosify says, cool design. Corgi says, carved out marble. Dior says, I love the decor. Bob Ross Boss says, I knew it. 45 Squared says, so Flintstones. All right, now, another dish I wanted to show you was this. Hold on. This one, I don't think I talked about this before. Guys, This is going to be, did I tell you? Did I mention this? It's possible I mentioned this on a stream when I was in Peru. This next one. Do you guys know what you're looking at here? Oops, hold on. I see some guesses. I don't know if anybody's gotten yet. I got to look at what everybody else said. AI got it right. So, guys, in Peru, a traditional thing that's eaten in Peru is guinea pig. Guinea pig. Which I didn't have there except for this restaurant. Cuy-san. Cuy is the Peruvian word for guinea pig. It is a traditional delicacy in the Peruvian Andes. San means 3 in Japanese. A nod to the 3-region philosophy of Peru, or simply a number. The dish is a fusion of Andean tradition and Japanese frying technique. The guinea pig meat is deboned, wrapped. I think the bone was still in it, actually. Wrapped like a small, it's deep fried. I think the bone was still on it. And then the bowl on the right contains a minced or diced seafood mixture topped with garnish. It's most likely sea urchin and scallops. This was sea urchin and scallops up here. And then the salad was an accompaniment salad with some tempura in there. But this was the guinea pig. And, while I had been there, people talked about eating guinea pig, and I didn't think I was going to eat it. But then when I showed up at the restaurant, that's what they gave me. So I did eat a little guinea pig. I know guinea pigs are cute. I'm sorry. It's a delicacy in Peru that some people eat. It's a traditional dish there. It didn't taste so much then, I mean, I know it's like sort of, to say tastes like chicken is kind of like the stereotypical thing to say, but it's not like it tasted so different than something like that. But I don't really remember it. Different, but not crazily different. And I think I dipped it because they told me to dip it. I think maybe. Hey, Kimberly Barr is here. Kimberly, I used your lip balm before. Carol is not happy that I had guinea pig. There's another one of those wine glasses, by the way. So there was that. But again, it's on the menu because it's this traditional dish. Oh, and what one is this? Oh, this must be the sea urchin. This must be the sea urchin here. This was really cool looking. Hang on, I'm making sure. Yes, this was a really cool dish. Look at this. Look at how pretty that is. Look at how pretty that is. That is sea urchin and scallops, one of the opening savory courses designed to be visually appealing, texturally complex, and intensely flavorful. It has a cream base with aracacha and tumbo. Aracacha is a mild, sweet, and starchy root vegetable from the Andes. Tumbo is a tart, aromatic fruit related to the passion fruit. That's the sauce. On the left is the sea urchin, highly prized for its intense buttery and savory flavor. Maido gets it from the Atico region of the Peruvian coast. And the white is the scallops. And there is salmon roe. The small, bright orange spheres in the here, scattered over the scallops, are ikura, cured salmon roe, a classic Japanese ingredient that provides a burst of saline flavor and wonderful pop of texture. These small dark green dots are droplets of basil oil. And I believe, if I remember right, they come and they actually put the dots on while on the plate in front of you. The light brown granular material in the center, the crumble, adds a needed crunch to the otherwise smooth textures. The dish is a fantastic representation of Maido's philosophy, blending luxurious Japanese elements like urchin and okura with unique Peruvian ingredients in a visually stunning contemporary style. Cac says it looks really cool. Look at the bowl. Again, a different type of bowl. It's, it's thought out. How much, I like that, it just, you have the white space around. It wouldn't look the same if the bowl was smaller. CH says that looks amazing. So it's very visual. This dinner was in April when I was in Lima. No, and I didn't have any problems with my stomach after. Look at how pretty the dish is. So I think this is what happened. They came over and they bring you the dish, and then they put the sauce on, the cream on, and then they put the dots on with the oil. So when it first comes out, it looks like that, which is very pretty in itself. Mike from Jersey says plating matters. So it's a whole presentation. They bring this out first, and then they do the next steps in front of you. CC says, I'm okay with everything except that poor guinea pig. So again, this is what it's about. It's not just about here's some, this is not what I usually do, but a lot of it's not just the food and what it tastes like. It's, of course, that's part of it, but the presentation, how it looks, how they're serving it to you, the different the different combinations of ingredients, the plates. Would the dishes have been seasonal? Larry Martinez, it's a good question. I don't know if they change their menu in the experience throughout the year or not. Corgi thinks it's kaiseki style presentation. Look, there's probably all sorts of elements in these dishes that I have no idea about. I bet if you really knew about Peruvian and Japanese cooking, there's probably so much more for you to appreciate. So anyways, it's every dish is a little experience. And then, in the middle of the dishes, they come out, even that when they put like the chopsticks in front of you. It's like, it's neat, Everything's very visual. I think I basically showed you everything. Basically. Anyways. Oh, the one thing I didn't show you is it one thing? Oh, at this point, I think there's two things I didn't show you. Look at this. Guys, look at this one. Which one is this? I thought I wasn't going to go through the whole thing. I was going to go through a little part of it, but we got on a roll, so now and you've been watching, so I'll just keep doing it. Look at this one. Look at this one. Hold on. Whoa. This, I think it is an egg. This is the quail egg yolk. It's called alo pobre. literally poor man style. It's a traditional Peruvian preparation. It's a miniature interpretation of one of the most beloved and famous dishes in Peruvian cuisine. So I told you one of the other dishes was a mini sandwich. Was like a really refined mini version of a very common sandwich. Well, this is another case. Well, it's a fancy version, miniature version of a popular Peruvian dish. Allo pobre is a traditional Peruvian preparation that typically includes steak, fries, fried plantains, and a fried egg piled high. Maido has taken this robust comfort food and distilled its essence into a single refined, high-end bite. The dark layered slices of meat are luxurious, high marbled Wagyu beef instead of typical steak. The down here is crispy rice. Normally there would be French fries and plantains. I never tried the allo pobre. That sounds good. But this version has crispy rice. Instead of a large chicken egg, this is a small quail egg. So again, it's the entire miniature dish is served atop a stylized ceramic ring or stone vessel, characteristic of Maido's artistic and deliberate plating. It is a single perfect bite that delivers all the nostalgic flavors of the Peruvian classic, but through the lens of Nikkei precision and luxury ingredients. Soggy thinks it's the best looking dish so far. Man, if I went back there, I'd try the allo pobre. I mean, just the basic, the common version of this dish. $45 squared says that's cool. Yeah, David, in the last year, I went to 3 places where I got to practice my Spanish: Mexico City, Lima, Peru, and Madrid, Spain. JANP says a very beautiful presentation of the plating. Look at the beef. Oh, it's small too. Man. Okay, so there was that one. And then, oh, here's a close. Did I show you the close-up? Look at this. Wow. Guys, wow. Look at that. Oh no, there's no choice on this menu. This is the experience menu. They just bring out they bring out a fixed number of things of their choice. No, I don't think you can get a big portion of this there. But this dish is based on a common dish that's made with different ingredients that I'm sure you can find in much cheap, a cheap version of it in Peru. And then this was fantastic. This next one after that I remember this one. Hang on, I'm going to show you this. This was so good. Was this clams or something? Oh my gosh, was this good. Here it is. Right there. You can't see what's in there right now. Was this the ceviche one? What one was this? So this was sea and pistachios. Okay. This is why I'm thinking ceviche. Ceviche is like the national dish of Peru, which I had several times when I was there and I did a stream on it. And it's raw fish of different types. And instead of cooking the fish, you put citrus on it, like a citrus juice kind of thing. And it actually chemically cooks it, so to speak, in the citrus juice. And the actual preparation you put on top of it is called leche de tigre, tiger's milk. And so this has leche de tigre in it, which is part of the very popular ceviche. So This is it's called Sea and Pistachios. This dish uses a highly modern molecular gastronomy approach, specifically the foam and the presentation of ingredients in a concealed vessel to interpret a classic Peruvian dish. The dark, irregular cup or vessel submerged in the bowl is used to hold the liquid and the seafood, requiring you to scoop or sip the contents. The beach, the surrounding of the bowl has stones and shells, like the sea, like to represent, the sea floor or ocean floor, seaside or ocean floor. The foam, I guess that kind of represents the sea, is it's a technical layer here. And then the cup contains the core components of the dish, which is essentially a creative deconstruction of ceviche and tiradito. Catch of the day, squid. These are the fresh, diced, or thinly sliced pieces of seafood suspended in the leche de tigre. So it has the fish and the leche de tigre, which normally would be ceviche. Leche de tigre is the iconic, powerful, and citrusy liquid found at the bottom of ceviche. It's the marinade. And then it has pistachio cream in here too. Oh, the foam within the cup is pistachio cream. So it's like a take on ceviche. This was so good because you have this foam on top, and then inside you'll see, and then see you have the wine with it there. And then inside you have the fish, and I think that's, what is that, roe maybe? Is that salmon roe or something? It's a ceviche dish where you have, I think some of that might be pistachio too, but you have these fish and the citrus inside, which is really good. This was fantastic. Fantastic. Dior says, super elegant. This was so good, this dish. It was really, really good. I got to find the sweetbread dish. That's a nice representation of what it looks like, though. And again, this meal, and there you show some of the seafood in there. This was actually a decent amount. You got to have a number of bites in this one. This was really good. I was savoring it. Look at all the pictures I took of it. There you go. There it is. All done. Did I show you the sweetbread dish or not? I think that's the one I didn't show you. I don't even know where that is. Oh, this is it. This must be the sweetbread dish. This might be the last thing I haven't shown you. Look at the bowl. Hey, thanks, Zach, for being a member. Guys, look at the bowl on this dish. Look at the actual bowl. This must be the sweetbread dish. Yes. Smoked sweetbread, which is the delicate offal. Offal is like innards that sometimes people don't use, right? Offal is the internal organs of a butchered animal. Internal organs of a butchered animal. Seared and infused with smoke. The liquid surrounding the protein is umami dashi, a Japanese broth, which was really good. There's also pickled corn in here and tenkatsu, crispy tempura flakes. But you can see how visual that is as well. Really cool dish. Really cool bowl. Aaron says delicacy. I think it's like offal is not, in some places it's not really eaten. In other places it's really, I think, really prized. I feel like Tony Bourdain liked offal a lot. Ben says the bowl is cool. Sonic says the bowl and glassware is pretty crazy. Looks like they pour liquid glass over a stone of some sort. Offal is internal organs and entrails of a butchered animal. While often overlooked in modern Western diets, offal has been a fundamental and prized component of traditional cuisines worldwide due to its nutritional density and unique flavors. That includes things like liver, heart, kidney, sweetbreads, which includes some different glands, I believe, thymus gland or pancreas, tripe, tongue, cheeks, blood. Orange Van Good says, I bet it smells awful. Anyways, that might be the last dish that I haven't shown you. I think maybe that's it. I think we went through everything. Man, that was it just to quickly go through everything, it takes a long time. It's really cool. So you just get a sense of all the different, if you look through, you get a sense of all the different, as I look through my photos here, from the meal, you get all these different types of platings, and things and presentations, and it's a whole thing. There's the guy with the sushi, the one piece of sushi. So again, the restaurant is called Maido, M-A-I-D-O. And it was really nice of the viewer to say, you should go there. I'm going to pay for you to go there. I want you to go. And I was texting with the viewer during the meal and sending photos. And if the person allows me to say, I'll say in a future stream who it is if they want me to. But I mean, again, if nothing else, it gives you an idea of what these kind of places are like and what the whole deal is. Boogaloose's cool idea. Maido, M-A-I-D-O. They also had so the wine was a whole thing, and I don't know anything about wine, but they had a designated wine person, and the person would come over after each course basically and pour you a little small glass of wine and explain the whole wine thing to you. Yukon Par says thanks. Sonic says ceviche is popular around these southwest parts as well. I loved ceviche there. How did the wine hit you? The wine hit me pretty hard because I really just don't drink these days, and it's not that much, but it was like when I stood up, because I'd been sitting, and I had to like get my bearings. Oh, by the way, here's the staircase. I'll show you what the staircase looks like. There. I took a picture of that. Here is the staircase. They definitely have their own aesthetic there. If I had known we were basically just going to do this stream, I would have probably called this. What did I call the stream? Did I say catching up on stuff? Well, it is catching up on things. So it's not totally catching up on some stuff. Yeah. I might have taken a picture of the outside of the place after. From the outside, you don't really notice. I had walked by the place a number of times and didn't realize that was the place. Yes, Zach. When I got up after drinking and having the meal, I had to walk slowly because again I don't drink these days. Um, I ate early. I was probably there from like maybe like 3 to 7 or something like that. So this is what it looks like on the outside. I'll show you. When you walk by it, you don't necessarily, you wouldn't know that like, oh, that's that one of the like more famous restaurants in the world. And it's not like it's just in this, this neighborhood, the neighborhood I was staying in actually. You can Google Maido though. Where's the thing about the 50 best restaurants? Maido 50 best restaurants. Yes, so this year on the website, the world's 50 best restaurants, Maido is #1. So I'll actually post, I haven't even read this yet, but I'll post the link in the chat. So look, I'll show you. I'll show you here. Hold on. Get it on the right way. There it is. See, it says 50 best, #1 Maido. For whatever that's worth. I'm not familiar with all these sites. Amazonian influenced, I don't even know what degustation means, from the world's premier Nikkei chef. Degustation is tasting. Degustation or degustation? I never say the word. Or is it degestation? Hold on a second here.
Degustation.
Degustation. Degustation. Maido is in Lima, Peru. It's in Lima, Peru. But Peru, again, is an amazing food city. It is known as one of the best food cities in the world. But a lot of the food is really good and not that expensive. So you can go to really fancy places, but I went to a lot of great places that were not expensive. And they were really good. Man, having gone through all that with you makes me want to, now it makes me like want to go back there. I don't know if I'll ever be in Lima again. You never know. But if you're ever in Lima and you have a lot of money lying around, or somebody who wants to buy it for you, I would try it. But there's a lot of more inexpensive places, I can tell you too. What did I like the most? I liked all those cities I went to. I loved Lima and Mexico City and Madrid. They're just different. They're different. Madrid feels, well, in some ways it feels a little more like a big US city than Lima and Mexico City does. But they, I mean, in their own ways they do. It's just, you just notice some differences, but I'm trying to think like, it's hard to describe, but there's something about Spain. I don't know, like in Madrid, for example, like, in Mexico City, when you went to take the subway, there's so many people in Mexico City. There's so much traffic. And like when you go to take the subway there, it's always like super crowded on the subway. And then, you go to take it take the subway in Madrid. A lot of people do, but it's kind of like, there's not as many people, and there's, you can like sit down, and it feels a bit newer, the subway, and it's stuff like that. I love Mexico City though. Did people in Madrid generally dress a bit more upscale? I mean, it just depends on where you are. I certainly thought that there was certainly a sense of fashion in Madrid. There were some very fashionable people there. But I was only mostly in central Madrid. I mean, we'll do another stream sometime where I talk about Madrid. But, I was basically in central Madrid. And, I went, for a bit, I went to some other parts in Madrid. Like I was in Madrid, but a little more in the west. And it was much more kind of like a regular place with just like normal apartment buildings and stuff. Were there any scammers in Madrid? I didn't personally try to get scammed or attempt to get scammed, but you never know. I mean, I was trying to kind of careful about. Also, if there's like people selling stuff on the street, and I don't know what they're selling, but if somebody like said something to me on the street, I kind of just walked by. But I really loved all three of the cities were great. They were all great. I guess maybe, with Madrid, it feels, I guess, maybe a little more similar is what I'm saying. It just in a way than, not that Mexico City and Lima are so different, but it's a big European city. For example, in Mexico City, there's people who drive around or they bike around or drive around in these carts. And there's this little song they all play. And basically the idea is like they're asking you to like, I think it's like they'll buy your like junk from you or they'll sell you stuff. And it's like, they're these like, what are they called? Somebody must know. If somebody's in Mexico City, they know. I'm looking this up. Scrap metal haulers and junk buyers. I just looked it up on AI. And they have a song that's like they'll say like lavadoras, refrigeradores, estufas, and they're basically saying stoves, refrigerators, washers, and they buy that stuff. And it's just a very normal thing there that they go around and whatever neighborhood you hear, you see the people going around and playing that song. And just like you wouldn't see that in Madrid. But it was neat. Sonic says Fierro Viejo buyers. The recording they play is a pre-recorded message that blares from megaphones on their trucks, announcing what they're looking to purchase. The recording was made in 2005 by a girl who is 9 years old at the request of her father. And now it's a cultural icon there. Which city was safe? I mean, I actually walked around at night in all three cities, but I would restrict myself where I was walking, but you can, I mean, all of them they have people out at night if you're in certain areas. So I wouldn't go to like an abandoned area and walk around. So on a future stream, I'll show you some of the pictures from Madrid because I've barely shown you any. I didn't even really get a chance to show you much of the Lima stuff. It's just been so busy. So, anyways, we'll see next. It's just so busy here right now. So I'll go somewhere else in a few months or something. Hey, Paula Mendeville. Anyways, though, if you've never gone to like a fancy restaurant and you're thinking about doing it, it's fun to try and just you don't have to be a food expert to enjoy the experience. You can ask the people their stuff, and it's just interesting to be at a place like that. But obviously, it's expensive. It helps if somebody else is paying. Cats don't bark. Yes, you should chase my turkey stuffing. Go back to the UK and do a curry tour. I'd like to eat more Indian food there. Hey, thanks RS Pat for being a member. And Leonette, thanks for your support. That was fun, though. I actually really enjoyed going over that. I don't know that I'd looked at those pictures, basically, since I'd come back. So it was really fun actually going over that with you guys and talking about it. And I learned some things about things that I'd eaten that I did not realize before. Oh, by the way, thanks Cece for the bits and thanks Gleggy for subscribing on Twitch. Ma Florida says they used to do that in the UK years ago, but they would shout out the message. Annie liked the cable cars in Mexico City. That was a fun stream. I did a stream where I took the cable cars that flew in that went through the sky over the city. Thanks, Megatron. Oh, yeah, I think it's getting to that time. This was longer stream than I thought it would be. Thanks, Megatron. Yeah, so I'm glad we were able to go over this stuff. I did not intend, I was going to just show you a little bit from the restaurant and then talk about some other things, but probably better that we did the restaurant thing all at once. I'll have to put the link to the restaurant. Maybe I can put it in the description or something like that. But I appreciate everybody being here. We hadn't done one of these in several months from this studio. Thanks, Zihi D. Keel. Darren says, I'd rather go to a cheaper restaurant and get a bigger portion of food and have leftovers to take home. Yeah, look, you're not going there to fill yourself up. It's just a different type of thing. It's just different. My stomach after it was fine. You know what it was? It was rich. That's the thing. I do remember this. I remember after I ate there, it's not the amount of food, but the food is rich and flavorful and oily. You know what I'm saying? Like it has a richness to it in a good way. But even though it's not that much food, when you're done, you're not like, I got to go like get a burger or something. It's a lot to take in. Also, you're drinking too. But again, those flavors and the richness is a lot to take in. Especially if you're not used to eating rich food. Hey, Heather, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Jamar. Battle VR says, I like McDonald's, it's cheaper. Believe me, I had plenty of much less expensive food. That's most of what I had was not that in Lima. I think going through this with you has helped me if I'm ever in a position where I do it again. I'd want to take like an hour on each dish, though, and read all about it and everything. Then it would take too long. Hey, thanks, Lizzie, for coming by. By the way, we had moderators here tonight like Sarah and Raven Riley and Kay, I know, and J and A. So I really appreciate all of our moderators. CH says, what other restaurants are in the top 50? I do not know. I haven't looked. Thanks, Sausage, for watching. Man, the sausage-flavored ice cream at this place. That was so good. If you missed it, rewind the stream. It was so good. It was incredible. Thanks, Anae, for watching. And Eliza Jane. Sarah says, I don't know about that. Ben, thanks for watching. Lizzie liked the Madrid streams. I'm glad you enjoyed this. It was fun doing the tapas. It was fun trying tapas in Madrid. My schedule got really messed up in Madrid because I was covering news in the nighttime there. That was going on in the day here. What a mess. My hours were so crazy. Darren says you can respect the time and the effort the chefs put into creating these dishes with such beautiful presentation. I agree with you. Sagi says, can you legally eat guinea pig in the U.S.? I have no idea. I have no idea. Sounds like an AI question. Again, a lot of those dishes at Maido, it's a very fancy place, but a lot of the dishes are based on these very common Peruvian dishes, like the guinea pig and the butifarra sandwich, and what else? There's some others we talked about too, and the stew or whatever it is, and the ceviche. Oh, and the thing with the egg on top. Yeah, sausage flavored ice cream was good. For what it's worth, I can't confirm this. It says, Google AI said it's legal to eat guinea pig in the U.S. provided the meat is sourced from an animal that was legally and safely raised for consumption. It is considered an exotic meat, and its sale falls under the regulation of the USDA. Chorizo is chorizo ice cream, as CH said, yes. Zach liked the mochi on the bed of pink dried flowers. Hey, thanks, Battle VR. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap this up. This was fun. We opened CAC's package. And we got to look at these photos from screenshots from the Madrid streams. Thanks, CAC. And we got to go over 5 months after the fact, we got to go over the Maido meal. Actually, no, 7 months after the fact. That was in April. So this was 7 months ago, that meal. Better late than never. We're going to wrap this up. So I really appreciate you guys. This was really fun for me. I really enjoyed going through everything with you. There's CAC right there. Thanks, William Cromer. Corgi Cogito, thanks for watching. Ravenora says, so much news now, it seems unusual. Yeah, we've not had time to do these streams. It's been crazy. So I was like, well, I really want to do this. With this stream, it's been months since we did this, and I really wanted to do this with this stream and talk about it. Gemma Live, thanks for being here. Gina Pina. Yukon Par. Gossamer. Thanks to everybody who donated too. That's really nice of you guys. Thanks so much. Obviously, I will find out from the person who paid for it if it's okay to identify them, because I'd love to thank them on the air, but I don't want to do something I'm not supposed to do. Hey, Gleggy, thanks for subscribing, Gleggy, on over there on X. Susan Sows, thanks for watching. Barbara Crossley, thanks for watching. Yes, I'm in Boston now. David Vidiosify, Lindsay, Sonic. Good seeing you, Sonic. Callie Voltaire stopped by too. And Polly. Kringleberry, thanks for watching. Joe Hart, thanks for watching. Peaceful Warrior, thanks for watching. Hey Dior, I still have a couple packages here. Eventually we'll have to open them. Most of them I got done. Zach, go get some Italian food or pizza in the North End. I like Pizzeria Regina in the North End myself. Ryan James Wedding, thanks for being here. Carol, Yine, Heather, Eliza Jane, Ben. All right, we're wrapping it up. We're really wrapping it up. Let go, Mike. Everything still works in here. The lights still work. Hey, thanks, Lizzie, for being a member. Welcome to being a member. Thank you. Flannel Fox, thanks for being here. Peaceful Warrior, Marzel, Neebe, Gigi, thank you. All right, guys, I'm wrapping this up. I really appreciate you joining me. This was super fun. And we'll do a stream again here soon. I don't think I've done barely any Madrid streams where I talk about Madrid. I remember about a year ago doing a stream in this room. It was probably about a year ago, where I was talking to you guys, and I'm learning Spanish. Should I just go somewhere? And I was like, should I just pick a place and go where they speak Spanish? And I was like, we talked about it, and I said, I guess I should. And then I decided to go to Mexico City. That was about a year ago. Oh, Cats Don't Bark says, the donor gave to all of us, and I thank that person. I'll let them know. There you go. Look at you now. There you go. Thanks, Simp Nasty, for watching. Lizzie remembers. All right, guys, wrapping this up. Hey, thanks for joining me. We'll do more streams soon. That was really fun. Thank you for being here. I had a lot of fun talking about this stuff with you and sharing it with you. Awesome. All right, that's it for now. Enjoy your evening. Thanks, Kane, listener, for being here. Enjoy your evening, guys. Thanks again for the mods, and we'll see you guys really soon.